Alrighty. Gary, you want to open with a comment here for our mass assembly?
Sure.
And get things going, and then we'll throw some questions at you.
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate Northwestern. I've known Matt Moore for a long time, and I've always been impressed with the way he coaches. And he's got a young team. They got 42 freshmen on that team, and they're going to be good. And I just want to congratulate him on getting to the playoffs and a good showing today. I think they showed that they got in the future they could be a really good football team. But on the other side of that, I thought we played really well. I thought offensively we came out right away and established a little bit of a run game right away. And then Aaron really had a great game throwing the football today, and that really got us going. And then our defense, the first couple series against them, kind of trying to find our footing a little bit. No, I shouldn't say footing, but they had us on our heels a little bit. But once we figured out what they were doing, and I thought our defense played really well the whole game. We got a number of turnovers, but again, I think it was spearheaded by our offense and the way they were able to move up and down the field, both running and passing the football, and certainly a great opening game for us.
Aaron, Gary mentioned, getting the running game going a little bit. Did that help with the passing game? Or, today the conditions weren't exactly tropical out there, so that's not necessarily a, passing game kind of day, but you were able to have a lot of success.
Yeah, I think so. Anytime you can run the ball effectively, it always helps the passing game. I think their goal was to try to make us run a little bit, so it was good to see that we could get good yards on the ground.
How was it throwing the football out there?
Not too bad. Better than I thought it was going to be, that's for sure.
Okay. Jimmy, too, for you guys offensively, to come out to get out and set the tone the way you did today, how big was that?
It was huge. That's something we've been trying to do all year, and we've been up and down with it, but just going out and punching the team in the mouth right away. First drive, touchdown, that's huge, get some momentum going for us, and then defense is out there, and everyone's on their toes.
I'll see the same thing, and especially that touchdown, second one you had right down there in the end zone. That was kind of going against the wind a little bit. What was the weather like?
Yeah, it was cold, but we're all from Minnesota. We've all played cold games and adjusted to it. And Aaron just put it up there in the corner. It was nice, and yeah, that's about it.
I was looking at the halftime stats, and they had negative 13 yards rushing. You guys, a lot of that was working the sacks, and you guys were able to get. But just talk about how you guys played in that first half.
No, we just wanted to keep the same mentality like how we did last week playing Bethos. We just wanted to keep working out on our craft, so just try to keep them to a minimum.
Yeah, the defense today. When you get that kind of pressure and just shut down the run game, that's about as good as you can ask, I guess.
Well, I've said all year, the offensive guys probably don't like to hear it, but I always say you win games like this, especially playoff games and games against top teams, you win on the defensive side of the football. You got to have a shutdown defense, and we're going to face a team next week that has a shutdown defense. Wartburg has maybe the best defense in the country in some categories anyway, and I think our defense has the ability to be that at some point. We've been getting better and better and better on the defensive side of the ball, and you want to be at your top at the when you get to the end of the year there. So, but I can't say enough about not only our defense but our whole football team. Our special teams have been really good all year, and we were good again today. I thought Nick Van Erp saved us a lot of yards because he came up and caught a couple of punts that were tough to catch. If that ball bounces, historically it's going to take a 16 to 18 yard bounce. That's what the stats they use anyway. But anyway, I thought it was a complete game for us, and we're going to need that going forward.
When you have a game like this and your team, comes in as obviously the favorite and you're hosting a team, to jump up on top the way you did and just to kind of keep your foot on the pedal all through the first half. I imagine that's got to be really nice to see.
Well, it is, and you just, we talked all week, Jimmy mentioned about setting the tone of the game, and we've talked about that week after week. You got to come out and set the tone of the game, and you do that by how hard you play and how physical you are, and I thought our guys showed that right away. We came out, you could see that we were probably more physical on the offensive line than they were on the defensive line. We were able to run the football. They gave Aaron time to throw. And those things make a big difference, so, you know, games like this, where you're favored, you gotta come in and take care of business, I thought we did that.
Guys, just to look ahead a little bit to Wartburg, I mean, you know, their team obviously not well. You guys have been here, but Gary, you've seen them before in the recent past. What do you expect out of that game next week?
I expect a hard-fought game. They just beat a great team, and yeah, we got another one at home, big opportunity, and we'll take advantage of that.
Oh yeah, so it's most definitely going to be a hard hitting game. So we're looking forward to it. So.
Anything else?
Oh, can I mention our grounds crew? Because
Yes.
they did an incredible job getting that field ready to play. I mean, when I walked out there on Thursday, I thought, holy cow, we're in trouble. And Russ Klein and his crew did a great job of getting that field ready to play. And I know they worked long hours, so hats off to those guys.
I lied, one more question. I heard you were 15 to 17, I think. Were you surprised you were that accurate with the wind and the conditions? Because again, this wasn't a real conducive day for passing, maybe.
A little more worried about down the field balls where you kind of floated up in the air a little bit. But, I mean, when you're able to kind of keep it under 20 yards and put some juice on it and kind of throw it on the line, it's not too bad. The wind's not pretty much a non-factor in
Was
most
it
of
harder going north?
Not really. I don't
Okay.
think it was as bad down on the field as it probably said in the weather report or
Okay,
just in general. It wasn't too bad.
all right.
In pregame, I was a little worried because throwing some of the fade balls, it was affecting the ball a pretty good amount to the point where it's kind of a little bit of guesswork, but
Okay,
it wasn't too bad during the game.
all right. Thank you.
Good.
Good luck
Can I
next
go on
week.
for just 1 second.
Sure.
One thing I maybe asked.